Hey everyone, Zandrous here, and welcome back to NekoPara Volume 1. We are going to pick up where we left off. If you have not seen the first part, you can go right over there and click on the annotation or the icon, whatever it is, the eye, way over there. And watch part 1. And then you can come right back here and join us as we go into the next part of our playthrough of Volume 1. So, yeah, let's have fun and let's go ahead and delve right in.
件に関してはショコラとバニラの意思を尊重したいと思います。ショコラとバニラがちゃんと納得したら迎えに行きますので。
Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. I will talk better, I promise. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigure, even if you say that, I don't think Chocola and Vanilla will. Ew. Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any case. Wait, Shigure! That bitch! Sorry. Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of the drop call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all this out if I could just talk to Shigure. You thought wrong. The Catgirls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce, with an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of it. It was a simple meal. Doesn't sound too bad. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I cannot read for shit today. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of Catgirls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. And of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual Catgirl. Well, yeah, there are people too. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand. She put her sandwich down on her plate. And just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, that's a problem. I answered her clearly. Why am I such a dick? Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears which sat atop her head drooped downheartedly too. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. The pain from last night pricked in my heart again. I tilted the already cooked coffee cup. Cold coffee cup. Why did I cook a coffee cup? I'm reading the moment, as my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment. Close again. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Chocola was speaking clearly on her own volition. Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed her strong determination. I don't remember Chocola or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed in the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That understood? Hmm?
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルウッドです。ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお伺いしました。ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with the pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered.
え、本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか？
No, the stuff I ordered is here too, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. That'd be an interesting bakery, I guess. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので、少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。大変申し訳ございません。こちらのミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして、水無月様の方もすぐにご入りようと思いますので、もしよろしければご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept this order? Huh? From all this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all of this.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので、私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it redelivered would take double the effort, too. Hmm? God damn it. Quit being too cute. That's right, I have a lifeline! I really wish my voice would come back. I hate this.
猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。
You're gonna see me drinking a lot throughout this at some point. Maybe not this the entire time, but something.
ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair, and relaxed my shoulders.
ご主人様、冷たいお茶です。どうぞ。
Thanks, Chocola. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I didn't say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need help this time. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocola. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks. I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、バニラ。柱の陰から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。ショコラ、ご主人様の役に立てましたね。やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。私たちがいなかったらまだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
Okay. Maybe. Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. They leaned forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay? Why am I such a fucking buzzkill? Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. Gee, I couldn't imagine fucking why. Maybe it's because I'm a huge fucking douche nozzle. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened. She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocola isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy, but even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. I don't know why. It was all the more with how much she cared for me. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked the question. You two aren't bad Catgirls, and that's why I can't have you stay here. It's because you two are good Catgirls that I can't allow it. Your logic is kind of fucking flawed, I think. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. You know, that heart of fucking ice you have. She stared directly at me, long and hard. Vanilla. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, we were now devoid of anyone but myself. I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. I cannot believe it. This is the cup broke itself. I love this little like in between cards. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two Catgirls home. I had also happened to leave the house key behind. So to make a good use of time, I went to do some shopping before Shigure got home. That isn't the right word at all. Chocola, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit? There's no need for you to apologize. No, I should be the one fucking apologizing because I'm a dick. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit? Thanks. Something for everyone, okay? I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocola. The still artwork is really nice in this, I have to say. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocola. Like the gentle setting sun, time passed by slowly. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocola's head. Yeah. Yeah.
ご主人様は
Oh, don't do this. No cry.
たちのことはちゃんと毎日思い出してくれますか？そこら離れてても主人様って呼んでてもいいですか？
It's not fair. Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stopped her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. No, stop. No feels. Why do I have to play a dick character? I was frustrated myself for saying nothing. I was empty. No fucking shit you are. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head as gently as I could. No, I'm really not fucking kind. This wouldn't be happening if I was kind of kind. God, I don't really think I'm kind at all. No shit, you're not. Before? Chocola closed her eyes and smiled. Ah, of course I remember that. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocola and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young, they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies and took them home with me. That sounds kinda kidnapish, but they were strays. There's no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home. You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigure. I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as you reminisced about the past. Ah, I definitely do remember that. Flashback. It was a few days after we brought Chocola and Vanilla home. Oh, they're so cute! At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water, and as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in pain. It's alright. I'm with you two, so don't worry. Then you became a cold-hearted bastard. What the hell is wrong with you? I know I'm not talking much, but touching scenes and all. I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからソコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. There's some spelling errors. Those words were so gentle and warm, but there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocola. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。でもやっぱりソコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなの、なんとなくわかります。
This is making me sad.
本当になんとなくですけど。
I mean, I'm saying obviously making me sad, supposed to, but
装置でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
well, fuck, I'll take her. Chocolate voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocolate, if you could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly. Well, that actually might be pretty true. For her to so innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. Yes, there really shouldn't be any reason. That day, Chocola and Vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply being selfish for just leaving home like that. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me, after all. Oh, hi, Vanilla.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat by Chocola's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら目を見てたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。
Yeah, a bit. Just a bit wrong.
それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm, soft smile had become the setting sun. I'm so poetic. I'm still an asshole, but I'm very a poetic asshole. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。
Well, Shigure is smarter than the main character.
しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら
Yeah, you fucking tell me, Vanilla.
べきだと思う。
You tell me. There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocola and Vanilla's happiness? Yes, you're finally getting it. Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty. Like your heart. I'm not getting over this.
不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒 緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears, but Chocola's face lit up. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to Catgirls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do. It won't be like it was back home. You can't just live here, have your light, got it? And his heart grew 3 sizes that day. And about damn time I did. He did. Whatever. The dreary moments seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that really didn't believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature. Perhaps Catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. Maybe. From here on out, we need to do our best all together. Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain, I love them to rub their heads, disabling their hair. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then? We have to go buy that shampoo you guys like, don't we? Fuck yeah, I am. Well, today is a celebration, so why not? Finally, stop being a dick. Just this once, okay? This was the beginning of a bright, new life. And together with the happy and high-spirited Chocola and Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. Let's skip a bit. Hello, nurse. I'm not gonna feel ashamed. That's very cute. I mean, I'm not really going with the panty shot thing. I'm not that pervy, but I'm not complaining about the sight. Oh, I am too. Okay, Vanilla's actually kind of pervy. Wow. Stop fooling around. The 2 Catgirls showed off the uniforms they had just received comedically. Swamped with work, I turned away from the 2 Catgirls. Yeah, it looks really good. Although it was last minute, I'm glad that we found something decent. Vanilla, nice work. That looks good on you too, Vanilla. I'm counting on 2 of you now. I cannot talk. I'm counting on you 2 now. You know, god damn it. I quit reading. I'm done reading.
らも開ってサービスしちゃいなよ。ほらほら。いや、私はそういうことする猫じゃな。ショコラ。ダメだって。いや、それスカートじゃな。
My Catgirl's so energetic. To put it lightly, I looked at the frolicking Catgirls out of the corner of my eyes as I wiped the trays and tableware. We open tomorrow, huh? The necessary ingredients were already in the refrigerator, and the decorative plants for the shop had arrived. I figured there would be more excitement in all of this, but naturally that wasn't the case. Time did fly by when we were trying to get everything prepared, though. I reached for the business cards that had just arrived that morning. Patisserie la Soleil. I can... No, that's exactly what business cards are used for. She knew about protecting personal information, but not about business cards? Well, it was true that it would be a pain if I was in some sort of strange business or something. You know, I was complaining at first about her getting too close, but I'm not complaining here. You can get as close as you want. It would be nice if everything went like that. I rubbed the high-spirited Chocola on the head, as if that dream had already been granted. If she was already this genuinely happy about things, I began to feel like it all might go well. It really was reassuring to have someone else here along with me. I found myself thinking about that all again. God, I can't talk. What's wrong, Vanilla? I don't mind. It was rare for Vanilla to want something like that. But I imagine even Catgirls like to have mementos. I had several hundred cards, so it really wasn't a big deal. Okay, I had a lot made, so go ahead and take however many you'd like. Hey, wait, you can't take all of them! That's not what I meant by take however many you want. They're too damn cute. I watched Chocola take the box and go. Maybe Japanese was hard for them to understand. No. It really isn't, I doubt. I have no idea what happened. I think we missed something. What the fuck? I'm going to stop this here. I don't know what happened. I think that the game glitched a little bit, or I might have hit the button 1 too many times by accident. I don't know. But I think we missed something, because we're at a shop, I guess, all of a sudden, and this is what's going on. So I'm going to leave it right here on the cuteness. That's too damned adorable. So, thanks for joining me for NekoPara Volume 1, Number 2. But yeah, thanks again for joining me. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you tell me down in the comment below. Also, while you're down there, why don't you tell me about your favorite Catgirl? Is it still the same one from the first episode, or has it changed? Remember, Chocola or Vanilla? It's a hard choice, I think. Also, don't forget to share this video and to like and subscribe right down below if you enjoyed yourselves enough to come back again, because I will be coming back for a third part here soon. So, thanks once again for joining me. My name is Zandrous, and as always, please remember, stay awesome. Till next time.